I got a new camera. Wow. You can really see the texture of my skin. That's nice. I like. Welcome to my channel, Taco Josu. I'm Ash, and today we are going on a huge manga shopping haul. I have been waiting for this for like 4 or 5 months. Sure, I have bought manga online, but it's different in person, and I'm actually going to a physical bookstore. I'm going to 3 to be exact. I have been kind of in a reading slump lately for the past 4 or 5 months. I've also been traveling a lot, and I just haven't been really taking good care of updating my reading list and my collection, that my subset of collection that I have here versus my whole collection. It's pretty much in Japan, just waiting to reunite with me at some point. Until then, my husband's taking care of it, of course. At least I hope so. If you're watching this, remember to dust it every once in a while and do not let sunlight touch it. Thank you. The itinerary for today is to go to 3 bookstores. The first one is Chamberlain's. Chamberlain's is a used bookstore, and you're able to actually either sell or trade in books there. And I actually have a few manga volumes that I am going to be taking in and trading them in, hopefully in return of finding some manga that I really would like to read or need in my collection right now. The second location we're going to is Second and Charles, because they just have a huge selection there, and I always deviate from my list. I'm trying not to. I want to take it full advantage of the huge selection that's there and get a good percent of what I need on my list there. No deviation. Maybe some deviation. I might deviate a lot. And third location is Books A Million. This specific Books A Million is all over my TikTok. Basically all my manga hauls that I used to show on TikTok, it's just iconic on my TikTok page pretty much. Yeah, so I really want to take her to this Books A Million. I think they have a great selection. It's gonna be a new location I'm taking her to, because the last time she came up to visit me, I did take her to Chamberlain's and Second and Charles, and I just think she's gonna have a really good time there. Yeah, I'm hoping to stick to majority of my list, just because I haven't read some of the series or caught up to some of the series I've been meaning to for like months and months now, and I've been avoiding spoilers for as long as possible, and I think I'm at a boiling point because I have nothing to talk about my friends or even with my husband. They always tell me what's new, what you reading, what you watching. I'm like, got nothing for you, buddies. Nothing. We're fixing that today. We're fixing that. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Before I leave for my Manga Haul extravaganza, I finished my list for what I think I need and hope to find today. It's a simple list where I have titles, volumes I currently have in my collection, and volumes I need to get. This time though, I made sure to have my list available on my phone too, because I used to print it out and people kind of made fun of me for it, so now I'm officially conforming to the norms of society, so that way I'm just not the laughingstock of the town anymore. So yeah, the manga that I have on this list is prioritized by color. The titles that are highlighted in orange are titles that aren't necessary to have right now, but are kind of nice to haves if I have the bandwidth to get them today. Titles that are in green are ones I don't need at the moment, and then titles that are in the pinkish purple color are titles that I am definitely looking to find and grab today, because those are just must-haves. There's roughly about 19 volumes I'm trading in, and disclaimer here, I have nothing negative to say about these series or one-shots. I'm just simply trying to free up some space for other series on my shelf. First off, I have a few volumes I bought extra of. I really thought at the time I didn't have any of these volumes, and yeah.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
I had an extra volume of The Telesecret Saint, Volume 2, My Hero Academia Volume 30, and My Hero Academia Team Up Missions Volume 1. The next few series I've enjoyed, but I don't think I'm going to be rereading pretty often, and I just think someone else can love and cherish these more than I over time. I think I'd just rather finish reading online and also finally put my Kindle to good use. And that's that for the trade-ins. Let's finally get going because we have a lot of manga to find today.
One eternity later.
honestly got so excited shopping with my friend today, I kind of forgot to record the rest of the haul at the bookstores. But let me tell you, today was amazing and I was able to get a lot of what I wanted to stay at least up to date with in my collection. At Chamberlain's, I was able to do an even trade, meaning I didn't have to pay for these volumes, and I also had some credit left over for the next time I visit. I did get 6 volumes in total here, starting with Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Monthly Girls Nozuki-kun. I'm a huge fan of the anime and always wanted to try getting into the manga, and kind of took this as a sign to start when I saw these 2 volumes. Basically, it's a story following high school student Chio, who has a crush on schoolmate Nozuki. She basically confesses her love to him, and he mistakes her as a fan of his manga series. Certain events do happen, and she eventually ends up helping him out with his manga series. Friends follow suit after that, and they kind of serve as inspirations for the stories he creates. Next, I got volumes 1 through 5 minus volume 3 of Witch Hat Atelier. My friend has nothing but high praises for this series, and I've seen a lot of mutuals praise this manga series as well, so I kind of took this as a sign to start collecting and reading it. Flipping through, the art style is absolutely breathtaking, and to be honest, I kind of been staying clear of spoilers and content that truly explain what this series is. I kind of want to go in not knowing a damn thing. I want my mind to be freaking blown. It's a little thrilling to be kind of wild like this sometimes. Anyways, let's move on to what I got at 2nd and Charles. I honestly had the hardest time controlling myself in there, and I did end up getting 15 volumes. Starting with The King's Beast, I got volumes 7 through 9. This is one of my favorite fantasy drama romance mangas, and to be honest, I'm quite actually a huge fan of Reitoma's works in general. So if you haven't had a chance to check out this series, I strongly recommend. Another series that's part of my never-ending list of favorites is Love a Kill. I ended up getting volumes 8 through 10, and I wish I could find the right words to explain the plot, but I guarantee I'm overthinking it, so just know that it has assassination, bounty hunting dramatics, and kind of a sprinkle of, in my opinion, ambiguous romance in there. I haven't finished watching the anime either, because I'm also trying to avoid spoilers for this series too. I know I'm so close to the end, and for once I don't want to know what's happening ahead of time. Fun fact about me, I usually love spoilers because I hate being surprised. So I did pick up a recent release, Volume 1 of A Condition Called Love. I've seen a lot of people talking about this series and thought I'd give it a try too. It's basically about this girl who's kind of so-so about love, not much interest in it, and one day she sees a classmate go through a public breakup. She does offer him her umbrella out of kindness, and he does try to pursue her after that. He kind of gives off yandere vibes, and that's the premise of Volume 1 at least. I cannot wait to see how much it's going to develop further after this. I had thought about going online and reading ahead, but I promised myself I'd be just a little bit patient this time. I went ahead and picked up volumes 4 and 5 of Cheeky Brat. I'm still missing volume 3, and I'm here today to confess I haven't started reading this series yet. Is it a bad habit to buy manga and keep buying manga volumes of series you haven't read yet? Yeah, let's not answer that today. I did pick up volume 4 of Fire in His Fingertips. This is a spicy 18+ manga, and well, if you know, you know. I also needed to pick up volume 4 of The Savior's Book Cafe in Another World. It's such a sweet and beautiful isekai romance story. I love the main character because she is quirky and determined to be her own person, living out her days in her cafe. That is literally the life that I want, rather than automatically jumping into an expected role of being a savior of some fantasy world. And of course, how genuine and healthy her love with the male lead grows. I'm a little sad because I just saw that it's ending with volume 5, and I want so much more of this story. I picked up volume 2 of My Happy Marriage. Listen to me. This series, the light novel, the manga, and the upcoming anime, you do not want to miss out on it. This is an awesome historical romance that has a lot of trauma drama with a sprinkle of paranormal activity. Mio, the female lead, suffered a lot of mental and physical abuse from her family, and one day, as an attempt to get rid of her for good, she was pawned off to marry a notoriously deemed cold-hearted man, Kyoka. Eventually, as they take interest in each other and open up to each other, Kyoka begins the process of trying to help heal her from her trauma. I could keep going on and on about this series, but I'm just gonna let y'all read into it. Moving on to Imakoi, I got volumes 2 and 3. I actually read the series online up to volume 5, and I love it and want to collect the physical volumes, so we're here just doing that. The series really does remind me a lot of my husband and I when we first started dating, but the characters' personalities are definitely reversed. My husband is more like the female lead Satomi, and myself is more like the male lead Yagyu. Lastly, I had to get this. This is the last Attack on Titan Colossal Edition Volume 7. I really do think that the Attack on Titan Colossal Editions are worth having. If you're a huge fan of Isayama's artwork in general, just seeing it in big print is pretty breathtaking, especially when you are reading through the series and you are just going through the waves of empathy for all characters. Towards the end of each Colossal Edition volume, there are special additions to kind of look out for that range from special drawings from different comic artists, from interviews to original drawings from Isayama. They're really neat to have and look at. I will say my only complaint is that it's not hardback, so I do worry time and time again every time I move that, well, they're gonna get damaged. Now going into the final haul of the day from Books A Million, I was able to get 13 volumes there, and I definitely deviated from my list. I got the first volume of Malevolent Spirits Mononogatari. It gives off Noragami vibes, which is once again another series that's part of my all-time faves list. Apparently, there's a lot of fighting between spirits and humans. There are humans that possess certain powers, and in the first volume, it kind of explores what relationship that is with the spirits between the humans and the human worlds, whether it's good or bad. That's very vague. I probably didn't explain that well. I'm just trying not to spoil it. Forgive me. I did find volume 3 of Witch Hat Atelier. It was the only volume 3 that they had, so of course I couldn't leave it behind. So my interest in light novels have heightened lately, and I decided to give this volume 1 of Bride Barrier Master a try. The synopsis on the back was really intriguing, and here's what it had to say. For thousands of years, Japan has been protected by 5 clans wielding barrier-weaving magic. Born to a branch family of one such clan, 18-year-old Hana has always been stuck in the shadows of her more capable, beautiful, and popular twin sister. When a strong power awakens within Hana, she chooses to hide it so she can continue living a quiet life out of the spotlight. But that ideal lifestyle begins to slip out of reach when Saku Ichinomiya takes over as the new head of the Ichinomiya clan and sets out to find a bride strong enough to stand by his side. Eager to keep her ability secret, Hana steers clear of Saku. But will she be tempted to sign a marriage contract if it guarantees the peaceful, quiet future of her dreams? I'll admit, stories like these are my kryptonite. I did pick up volume 10 of 86 light novel, and now I think I'm fully up to date on all the volumes for the 86 light novel series. Let's be honest, the anime is probably never getting a second season, and since it's one of my favorite animes of all time, you know, your girl's got a lot of phase again, just putting that out there, I need to know what happens. So now I can't wait to actually finally figure out what the hell is going on. I picked up a new recent release, which is volume 1 of Gap Papa. It's a sweet, loving, wholesome short stories of the daily life of a doting husband and father. I was also pleased that this was in color and is absolutely visually stunning, and I think it's quite mentally relaxing. I highly recommend to add this to your slice of life series to read. It gave me so much warm and cozy feelings when I was reading it. I did pick up volume 4 of My Love Mix-Up. I'm so behind on the series and I really need to catch up. I picked up another recent release, volume 1 of The Princess of Convenient Plot Devices. I think this series, just based off volume 1 alone, is so entertaining already. It's an isekai where a girl who loves BL gets sent into her fave BL novel, and some situations happen, so now she's on the lookout to find real love. The story so far kind of leans on her having a potential relationship with her knight, her guard, and there's some ambiguous, mysterious background to him too, so yeah. I can't wait to see what happens in volume 2. I thought about reading ahead also, or maybe picking up the light novels, but you know, we gotta be patient. So my friend really hyped up this series to me, and I got volumes 1 and volume 2 of Cross-Dressing Villainess Cecilia Sylvie, another entertaining isekai where the main character woke up as the villainess of a reverse harem otama game, and they absolutely do not want to have a bad ending, so they decide to cross-dress in order to avoid that and escape their fated death. and in many events they tried to avoid it, and the boys seemed to, well, develop some type of feelings for them. It was really thrilling to read both volumes, and I did it so fast, and I need more of it, which again is why I'm kind of tempted by getting the light novels too. And lastly, for Books A Million, I really needed to catch up on Mao. This was my ultimate goal for the day, and I picked up volumes 6 through 9. And I'm telling you, if you love Inuyasha, this is it. It's just another flavor of it. Or if you're also a Rumiko Takahashi fanatic like I am, this is absolutely something you need to check out and give a chance to read. I had some 2 last minute Amazon orders. I got volume 2 of Kowloon, which is another favorite series of mine, and I also got volume 2 of Tokyo Aliens. I'm here to preach about it again. If you like Men in Black and Kaiju number 8, this is literally their offspring. The character designs are absolutely breathtaking. I am basically in love with every character that's in there. And slight spoiler, towards the end of volume 2, something happens to one of the main characters that left my jaw on the floor. So read it, so that way we can talk about it some more in detail in the future. Well, that concludes my manga haul extravaganza. I'm actually really happy because I just got a lot of things on my list that I cannot wait to continue reading. I literally am probably going to spend the next few days just isolating myself and binge reading the heck out of these and loving them in totality and just pretending I didn't go broke doing this. That's for sure. Definitely let me know what was a favorite that I picked up today, and if you're curious about any of these series, let me know too. I would love to talk about them. So yeah, don't forget to check out Tokyo Aliens. I will not preach enough about this. And then I guess live, laugh, love, comment, like, subscribe. I don't know. But until next time, bye!